It's a fact. Nairobi is a growing city and it's expanding rapidly. This week, on our property pick of the week, we explore Kiambu County, which is among the top most desired and fastest growing suburbs in the outskirts of Nairobi County.
We at Lifestyle Heights, we realize security is very paramount when it comes to real estate development. And for that particular reason, we have been able to put rightful measures that will actually allow a resident at this particular development to feel relatively comfortable. Some of these facilities that we are having include the electric fencing that is all round the perimeter wall. We also have a CCTV camera system that covers virtually every other point in the development. We also have lighting systems that will take care of the residents late in the evening or basically at night. And these particular lights are also powered, or they are being backed up by standby generator that has an automatic changeover system. We have actually spaced out our apartment in a better way. And right in between, we have increased green areas. As you can see, there is a good coverage of green areas. Also complemented by our pergolas. You can see we have like 3 pergolas coming up. On those 3 pergolas, they will be hosting 8 guys at a go. And this is beneficial to the residents because most of the time, if you feel you are cooked in the house, you can actually be able just to come out and feel the air. We also have the commercial block. The commercial block is very sensitive to Lifestyle Heights. For this particular kind of reason, we only allow homeowners to actually rent out space in that commercial block. It will be easy for any particular resident to actually buy anything, maybe late in the evening if he has actually maybe forgot about it during the day. The growth of a child is very essential to Lifestyle Heights. And for that particular reason, we have actually developed a well-sized kids playing area. And this playing area has a playing station. It has swings. It also has a merry-go-round. Parking is an issue in the 21st century. So if we don't provide enough assurance to our customers that at the end of the day, if they have maybe a car or 2, they will not only be able to have good spaces for parking, but a parking that is secure. And that is what we at Lifestyle Heights, we are endeavoring to provide. Another thing that we didn't chance on is actually provision of water. We have an underground water tank that holds 800 cubic. Then that particular kind of water also is being supported by a water tower that holds 196 cubic. That is a whole lot of water that can actually sustain our residents or members of Lifestyle Heights. Apart from that, each and every housing unit has 1,000 liters of water tank that automatically refills itself once you use that particular kind of water. Such assurances makes Lifestyle Heights a special place to live. In all our entrances, we have the biometric access control that is very essential in terms of controlling people moving in and out of an apartment block. On every entrance, you can actually be able to testify the spaces that are around on our development. And with such spaces, people can actually be able to move in and out swiftly. We have a CCTV camera and we have motion censored lighting that will actually be able to be on once there is movement or there is access at an apartment. All our floors have 4 units which are well spaced out. These particular units are arranged in such a manner 2 units are right at the extreme of the lift, and 2 other units are right at the extreme of our staircases. Another unique thing about us is the hose reels and fire extinguishers that are actually staged at every particular floor. At our entrances, we have the cloakroom for the guest. I like this place, and the reason as to why I like this particular kind of place, because as much as you have the shoe rack, this other area makes your room brighter. It makes the living room have some sense of a good feeling. There is an area that has a designate for your dining. We have a 4-seater dining, but I think you can be able to extend it to up to 6-seater. And also, it leaves enough space for your lounge. We have our kitchen that comes fitted, and apart from all these that you can actually be able to enjoy, the oven, the hob and the hood, we have provided an under-sink heater that will actually be able to facilitate your heating for your water as you are washing your utensils. Our kitchen opens out to our well-sized laundry area, I can actually be able to say, because it has a provision for a washing machine. This can be used as your dirty kitchen. If you have slaughtered anything, maybe chicken, you are peeling bananas, you are doing potatoes and all that, and you wouldn't want to mess your kitchen, you'll actually use this space. There is a provision for gas. You can have your cylinder under your sink and still have some more extra space under it, so that at the end of the day, you are safe. Now we have our bedroom 1. You can see the size of our bedrooms. It can actually be able to fit 2 beds, where you can have your kids occupying this particular kind of space. And right in the middle, there is still extra spaces. For those who are spiritual enough, maybe you could be kneeling with your kids late at night and have a prayer as you put them to bed. And also, your kids will still be enjoying wardrobes. Then we have bedroom 2. We have a very unique master bedroom where the wardrobes are inbuilt and they are large enough. We have 2 sets of wardrobes. Maybe these can be on one side, you can allow it maybe to be for the gents and the other side for the ladies. And definitely you must appreciate the size of the master bedroom. This is a 6x5 bed, but you can actually be able to see the pockets of spaces around this particular kind of bed. So you can easily fit in a 6x6 bed and still have other spaces around you.
What is the most important factor to consider when buying a dream home off-plan? Is it the location, price tag, amenities, developer's reputation, or a combination of all? Today, we explore a project that is known for delivering the promise of off-plan projects. This development is located in the fast-growing suburbs of Kiambu, bordering Nairobi County, Lifestyle Heights. Let's hear from the developer. Karibu sana on the show, and thank you for having us in this beautiful development.
Thank you, Nancy. A long time.
I know.
It's a long time since I knew you, and we've been working together.
We've come a long way.
We've come a long, long way.
Yes.
Definitely. You've said it. What is the most important for a person when you want to buy a property, when you want to buy a house? It's the combination of all of them. The price, the developer's reputation, the location, all of them, what the value you're getting. And I think when you combine all those, you get value.
I want to talk about your journey as a developer. We've come a long way.
2012 now is exactly 8 years.
That journey, how has it been? The first project we did together was on Mombasa Road, all the way to here. Let's talk about that journey.
Well, the journey has not been so smooth. Basically because I'm operating in a third world country. The expectations were not all met, but I've learned a lot. And I'll tell you, I've got more experience now in this market, in the housing sector, in this country, and I can be able to deliver any project. The first project I did, and I'll tell you, I started in real estate just by default. I hadn't planned to do it. I'm a businessman for a very long time. I started business when I was quite young, 31 years old. I did my first housing units in Nunda, like any other Kenyan. I wanted something to get some rental income from. I had bought the land when it was quite cheap. I did 3 units in Nunda. But when I finished, I did the houses like I want to live in all of them. Finished very well. I went to China, brought in very good tiles, very good, finishing stuff. When I finished, I got a good offer.
To sell?
I will tell you how much.
To sell or to rent?
To sell. And it was so good. I sold the first unit and waited a bit for a year. I sold the second unit. And for the first time, as the Kenyans say, nikaona pesa. So I decided I'm going to now go into housing and be able to do housing for the upcoming families. Not this totally high-end that what I've done in Nunda, but something a normal Kenyan can stay in. I could stay in myself. I went to Mombasa Road, bought a 5-acre piece of land, and did 70 units, 4-bedroom townhouses with all the amenities. And this is normally our first starting point. And we're very proud of it. We call it Lifestyle Gardens. The units were sold in record 2 years. After we sold that, we went to the same area, Mombasa Road, Syokimau. We bought another 5 acres, but this time we did what the market was asking for. People were looking for modern apartments, and this is normally the young professionals, people who are upward moving. So they want a unit where they can be able to settle, where they can be able to stay, a place that has security, a place that has, they live as a community, a place that has water more nearer the road. In fact, it's about 800 meters from Mombasa Road. The second project sold so very fast. Before we had the first show house, in less than 3 months after we started construction, we were halfway done. Is it the price or the location? As I told you, it was all of them.
Let's talk about this beautiful project.
This beautiful place, it's nice. I'm very proud of it. We've done the first phase of this project, 196 units. And as you can see, people are already in. We've got a few units remaining. It's not a worry, they're going to move very fast. And we've already decided to start our second phase 2.5 months ago. And our show house is almost ready. We are almost 50% done in selling. The economy is not doing so well. Why are we able to sell housing at this time? We've got a track record. I've told you, this is our third big project. We deliver on quality. You've gone inside the houses. Everyone who comes here says, this is not in Kenya. Really, people don't do this. As the old Swahili saying says, Mugema akisifiwa tebo uritia maji. Ours, we continue to improve. And our customers will tell you that. And I think you'll be able to talk to a number of our customers here.
And who are your buyers here?
The buyers mostly are the young generation, people in the ages of 25 to 40, mostly. We still have a bit of older people who mostly buy for investments. In this place, as you've seen, we've got a children play area. We've got a shopping center that is already done.
Yes.
You can see the greenery here. Yes. This is a place for people to bring up children. This is a place for people to live. This is a place for people to work, to have entertainment and recreation.
What are the dynamics that made you decide that this is the place I will put up my big projects?
In a very few years, this will be the most sought after area in Nairobi. We're in Tatu City. Tatu is a planned city. It has roads. And you've seen what normally happens in this country when people start developing. Next door, you've got a slum. Next door, you've got a 20-story building. If you know Westlands, this is a Westland, but more planned, better planned. What I saw in this place, and is coming to reality, we've got Kijani Ridge next to us here. They're very nice houses. Very soon, the price in this area of houses, of land, will be out of reach for so many people. So anybody who wants to come and buy a unit now, this is the time.
One of the things I find with all your projects is that immediately you put them into the market, they sell. What makes your projects unique?
I'm a businessman and I've been in business for quite some time. I'll tell you, if you want to succeed in any business, respect your customer. Don't take your customer for granted. Every unit I make, and I insist from all my people, from the consultants, from the contractor, that the house you're building, can your family stay in that house?
So you
If
build
it
for
does
yourself.
not meet those standards, then I'm not going to do it. Because I'm building for people. I would want where I can live. Myself, I don't live here, but I can come and live here and retire here. Is a place for the family, is a place for the community. Again, if you want to live what we used to have long time, those of us who brought up a country, if you want a place where you want to live as a community, this is the place. It has security, water, is very clean.
Amenities, swimming pool,
all the amenities, got
children's
swimming
play
pool,
area,
children play area,
gardens,
walking areas. You don't have to worry at all.
We know so many developers like yourself who come in, give me a beautiful story. We start the journey. Along the way, they park and we don't see them anymore. I'd like to just understand what makes developers fold so fast and what makes other developers like yourself stand tall.
Development and real estate is a business like any other business. You get me?
Yes.
It's a business like any other business. But there's a perception in this country that there is a lot of money in real estate. There is money in every business if you do it right. And that's what we do. We do it right. Like any other business, when you start a business, you've got to have stock. You cannot open a shop there and you want people to supply you and then you sell. You got to have stock. And what is our stock in real estate? It's land. Next stock in real estate is experience. The third stock is your name. Do you have a track record? Are you able to start a project and finish? 4, do you have a financier who is ready to finance you because you deliver? Number 5, consultants. You have to work with professionals. You have to work with a professional architect. You have to work with professional engineers. You've got to work with a professional contractor. And all the others who come with that, electrical, service engineer, and all of them, including interior designers. When you work with that group who trusts you, who knows that the project will not stop halfway.
Because you've locked the finances.
Because you won't get the finance. Because the customers won't pay you. Because those who booked the units won't pay you. I'll tell you about the customers. Apart from very few customers, most customers will come and just book a unit with a minimum amount of money. And then they'll wash you.
They wait and see.
They'll wait and see. What are you doing? They'll visit the project each and every other weekend. If there's no progress, they stop paying. A few gullible Kenyans will give a lot of money, and then you don't finish the project, and you see them on the press. But I'll tell you about something else about housing also, and why we are able to construct. Some people will come and say, I think this is expensive, but we are getting from so and so, from this and this, a cheaper unit. There is a minimum cost of construction. I normally put it at give or take 40,000 Kenya shillings per square meter.
That is a ready apartment.
That's a ready apartment.
So does that include consultants? Does that include other variables?
No, it doesn't. That's the cost of construction only. 40,000, give or take. If it's not finished so high-end, probably it will be something less. If it's high-end finished, because it's of the tiles, because of the ceramics, because of, whatever else, the lighting and all that, what you put, it will be more than that. If somebody promises you a unit, and you do your math, and the price is less than 40,000 per square meter, depending on how many square meters the house is supposed to be. You remember the old saying we were taught in standard 2 or year 2? When the deal is too good, think twice. But most Kenyans don't do that. Remember that does not include the cost of consultancy, does not include the cost of land, does not include the cost of approvals, government approvals, and we pay quite some money for government approvals, does not include the cost of credit from the bank, and of course your profit.
Yes.
So if the cost is less than that, soon or later,
the developer has to fold.
the developer will go. And then what will you have?
We all look for an opportunity to slice a piece of the real estate pie. Granted, it's never a walk in the park, but the first step in the right direction is finding a trusted developer whose track record is delivering the promise of that dream home and investment you can trust.